This episode of the Gold Blooded Podcast is brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag. Use promo code GOLDBLOOD, one word, to match up to 100% of your initial deposit.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. It's a madhouse at Candlestick.
Think we're done? We're just getting started.
Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone.
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change. And it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in a gun, the throw on his left hip. 3rd down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 40. Vernon Davis with the play of his life. It all comes to this 4th down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun. Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap. Looking, pressure, throws middle. Broken up, biting. Navarro Bowman. And the 49ers silence the house.
Thought about a lot of ways to start this thing. I was going to try to relate the helplessness feeling to the Indian girl in the parking lot that I just encountered, about how I feel watching this football team. I was going to trash Steve, but I figure I'm going to get to at some point anyway. But I don't know how much I care anymore, because it doesn't seem like it's going to get better this year at least. So I don't know what the point of any of this really is. Steve, why don't you tell everybody about it?
No, there's really no point.
Exactly.
All right, and that's it. We'll be back next year.
I mean, probably at this point, right? I mean, I'm here.
The injuries just keep
Are
piling
we
up.
currently at number 1 pick?
I
believe we
No,
are.
somebody's got to be.
No, well, everybody
does
has a
not.
win.
Everybody has a win.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and we
And
are
Arizona beat us.
Yeah,
So it's not them.
we are.
I think we're right now the number
the
1.
odds makers have us as the favorite to be the number 1 pick.
All right.
And we're going to take another defensive lineman. Was that would be what, 5 years in a row?
Someone to
now?
replace Solomon Thomas.
Well, we got to replace the first Solomon Thomas, and that was Eric Armstead. All right, who's in injuries? Just get it out of the way. It'll probably take about a good 10 minutes here. Joshua Garnett did play this week with the dislocated toe. Did he play or did he just dress?
Oh, he played, I'm pretty sure, right? I
Yeah.
think he toughed it out.
Yeah.
I think I saw him out there.
Yeah.
Do you know who I saw out there? I just want to make a note. Was Malcolm Smith. I did see him doing stuff.
He was playing good,
He
too.
was doing stuff. I
Yeah.
was like, I never thought I'd see this
He had a
guy.
good game.
Look at this fucking guy. All right.
I'm going to see if I can find snap counts for you.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman did play this week with dealing with the calf strain. I mean, when he suffered the calf strain, he was said to be out for multiple weeks, and that clearly hasn't been the case. He has played, and he still has, I believe, only allowed 1 reception through 5 weeks. That's insane. I mean, I don't know why teams aren't testing him. Maybe because the Eaton is just so good on the other side, but.
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy over there that's proven, you know what I mean? Even if he is coming off a deal, if the other side is fucking that big of a joke, who cares?
Joe Staley did play this week dealing with the knee injury from last week, and he will be reevaluated. Weston Richburg played this week, and he actually got injured in this one, dealing with the knee injury. He will be evaluated this week. Mike Person played, and he will be evaluated with the knee injury. Jimmy Ward, hamstring injuries day-to-day. Reuben Foster, shoulder, day-to-day. Garrett Selleck, quad, day-to-day. George Kittle, knee, day-to-day. Most of those guys will end up being all right and probably play. Marquise Goodwin, thigh and hamstring, did not play, which was a surprise to me. especially coming off the previous week where they ran a few plays where that showed me that he was back to 100%, like giving him an end around. I mean, you don't give a guy an end around if his main weapon is speed and he's dealing with a quad injury.
Yeah, but I think originally they only said one of those two. Remember, it was just the thigh?
Yeah.
And the hamstring got added in, so I wonder if that was something new that came in.
He hasn't been right all year long, ever since, snap number 10. It was like Reuben Foster last year, where he had, 13 snaps in the season, and then he got the high ankle sprain. That's like Marquise Goodwin this year. He got, 13 snaps in, and he got this thigh bruise and hasn't been the same since. Dante Pettis didn't play last week, and he will not play again this week, dealing with the knee injury that he suffered on the punt return.
Of course, because I like a guy, because he's a little different.
Matt Breida suffered a mid-ankle sprain, which I've never heard of. He will not practice this week, and he is doubtful this week. They released defensive back Dexter McCoyle and wide receiver Frank Stevens from the practice squad and signed running back Matthew Days, who I've never heard of, offensive lineman Najee Toran.
He was already on the team.
Who?
Najee.
Yeah, these names are all familiar. They've come and gone.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
We've had Najee's been in the house before.
And defensive back Tyvis Powell to the practice squad. That's a familiar name. But Matthew Days, I've never even heard of him. I don't know what year he's in, where he went to college.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I lied. Joshua Garnett was inactive this week.
Okay.
And he did not play.
Yeah, because
But it wasn't... I think he's okay. I think he's... Because he wasn't mentioned in the injury report, I think it was a healthy scratch.
Right. And, yeah.
I do have snap counts. I don't know if you care about anybody specific.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. I'll keep it on the back burner in case you need it.
Yeah, leave it there. Nobody won the predictions. We all picked wins. It was a 28-18 loss.
It was a terrible game on all fronts. The penalties have still not been improved. 100 yards in penalties, 10 penalties for 100 yards or something. Could be more. That was at least in the fourth quarter. Yeah, pretty fucking gross, Steve.
Okay, well, so let's just start with the offense off the top. 33 first downs, 40 minutes time of possession, 447 total yards of offense, 92 offensive plays, most in franchise history since I think the fucking 60s. I think I saw a stat we broke the record of 88 offensive snaps that was set by the 49ers in the 1960s. 7 penalties, 4 of them actually by Staley and Tomlinson. So just them two combined were 4 of our 7 offensive penalties. 4 sacks allowed, and those 4 sacks accounted for negative 49 yards. 5 turnovers. And 10 different players with at least 1 reception.
We had 9 penalties for 65
How many
yards.
offensive plays did you say?
7 offensive penalties, 2 defensive. Huh?
How many offensive plays?
92 offensive plays, most in franchise history.
I'm seeing 98.
I have 92 on ESPN.
Weird. The 49ers SB Nation on snap count has Mike Person, Laken Tomlinson,
Special
Mike
teams?
McGlinchey, Joe Staley, and C.J. Beathard all playing 98 snaps on offense.
Really?
I wonder if they count the snap if there's a penalty and it's their do-over.
Really?
And I wonder if they don't.
Yep. Yeah.
Because
that might
if
be
there's
it.
7 penalties,
Yep.
that starts to add up.
Yeah.
Because you played the snap and then it gets called back.
Yeah, you are correct. I think
Interesting.
that is what they go by. Because
then,
just because it's a penalty on the snap doesn't mean that the player didn't play that snap.
Correct. And they also... 3 of these guys played 2 special team snaps as well.
Well, opening drive, we march right down the field with the help of a penalty that happened on a 3rd down that gave us a first down. The Cardinals clearly weren't ready for the 4 screenplays we ran at them. And Matt Breida came out of the gate hot, looking nice on long runs, and caps off the drive with a receiving touchdown of his own. I mean, I saw that, and I was like, all right. I mean, this is going to be a day where we might put up 35.
Yeah, no, we didn't even put up 20.
Oh, man. And then everything just shit the bed after that. I mean, CJ hits Pierre Garçon in the hands on a crossing route, and the ball gets tipped up for an easy interception. That one's on Pierre.
Yep.
100%. And then later on, I still see the offensive line doing their job on the running downs. I mean, Breda's speed through the hole is something that defenses still haven't accounted for. And I'm starting to think that he's the real deal. I mean,
who?
Breda.
Brenda.
Brenda's
got a baby.
The fucking autocorrect gets me every week on at least one.
The difference between him and Alfred Morris is like night and day.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about thunder and lightning. I mean, Matt Breda was tailor-made for this offense. And the fact that we already had him and we felt the need to spend a ton of money to get McKinnon in here, man, I would have loved to see McKinnon in this offense this year.
Well, and I'm thinking if you had both of them, you might not have the injury issues as bad.
Yeah.
Like if Breda's out for a week, then you got McKinnon. If he's out for a week, you can kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, Breda's on a little bit of a Reuben Foster run. I mean, he died, 3 weeks in a row now? This time he really died.
He keeps playing, though. He's a fucking beast. And for a little guy, too. Like, you expect a guy like Alfred Morris to come back out after he's hurt, not a guy like Matt Breda.
No. Later on in the game, CJ throws a low pass to Garcon on 2nd and 6, who was wide open, would have gotten the first down. It was low, so obviously Pierre Garcon didn't catch it. And then on the next play, so instead of, or this is where you start stacking plays on top of each other. It's a 2nd and 6. It should have been a first down. Instead, it's an incomplete pass, 3rd and 6. On the 3rd and 6, CJ holds the ball way too long. The receivers are open. He could have escaped the pocket, and he didn't even try. And it ends up being a sack on 3rd down. That was a 15-yard loss on 1 sack when it should have been a first down play. We should have been running on that play or something.
It was a fucking mess. That's all I could say about it, Steve.
Raheem Mostert gives up a bad fumble on his first carry of the game after Breda went down.
Made me want to shit my pants.
Staley gives up a strip sack in the third
just
quarter
sit in it.
to Chandler Jones. And to be honest, I almost want to put this one on CJ. He was way too far in the pocket in his drop. He did not climb the pocket whatsoever. And Chandler Jones was able to fucking do a fishing hook to get to him. He should have never been that far back.
You ever fish hook an old lady?
No.
Shanahan talked about that play, and he said, I guess after the game, Staley took credit for it and said it was my fault.
And then, I'm not.
But that's just a veteran.
Of course.
And then Beathard, the way Shanahan put it, Beathard took 2 steps forward in the pocket. He should have taken more because he didn't account for the length of what's the defensive player's name that was destroying
Chandler
us
Jones.
all day.
Yeah.
Their only good player on their entire fucking team.
He was an animal. I mean, if you want Exhibit A of how much a pass rusher means to one team,
he was the only player on that team doing
right
anything, and he disrupted every play.
That is the franchise quarterback of the defense in today's NFL.
Yeah, if you switch his jersey, we win that game.
Yes,
Hands down.
Yeah. Here's another one where you start stacking. This is what kills us, and people don't. Everybody looks at each play individually. Look at the plays that fail, and then stack it up against what happens next. Right here, you got a drop pass by Kendrick Bourne on a 3rd and 10. It was going to be good for at least 7 yards. So now we're on a 4th and 10. We bring in Robbie Gould to attempt a 45-yard field goal. And he misses wide right. You think he still misses that wide right if we're 7 yards closer? And it wasn't a drop pass?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Just reliving this again now is giving me agita.
Cole Wick drops a touchdown that hits him right in the chest. Why we're throwing at Cole Wick? I don't know.
Who?
Why is he playing?
Why
He's
is
our
Kittle
number
why is
3
Kittle
tight
not
end.
there? Why is George Kittle not there?
He was on the field. He was just on the other side. We ran a 2 tight end set.
What about Kalik?
Well, in that case, I back Cole Wick.
Kalik fucking...
I back Cole Wick because Garrett Sella can't catch the fucking ball either.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, nobody can.
Let's see, what do I got here?
Just,
the 4th and 1 touchdown that we got, the play gets broken almost immediately. It was supposed to be like a wide receiver screen to Raheem Mostert. CJ actually gets out of the pocket for once in this game. Finally gets out of the pocket, and he finds Trent Taylor, who did a great job of finding the open space in the end zone. That was one of the best offensive plays of the day. And
that play call was for Kittle.
It was?
Yeah. It was set up for Kittle, and it didn't work, so then it went off schedule.
You could tell right away that it was busted.
Yep, and Taylor got open for him.
Another strip sack later in the game, and I was trying to pin this one on somebody, but honestly, it was a really good blitz. Blitz design. It got our center and our guard stuck up on one guy, and the center couldn't free up his arm to get to the rusher, and it allowed a rusher through the A gap. CJ needs to get rid of the ball, even if it falls incomplete.
Or tuck it.
Or tuck it.
One or the other.
I mean,
after you've already been strip sacked.
There was a receiver running a crossing route. All you have to do is just throw it at his feet as an incomplete pass. That's better than a sack.
Fucking grounding, for fuck's sake.
It's not
all of it's better than a strip sack.
Yeah, it wouldn't even.
For fuck's sake.
The 5 turnovers.
Punt it into the fucking stands is better than a strip sack.
2nd and 10 in the fourth quarter. CJ gets. I sent you guys a picture of this. Did you look?
No, absolutely not. I refused. I
You
read your
refused to
comment,
look?
and I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna get beat up again. I watched it fucking live and wanted to smash my TV off. We lost to the fucking Arizona Cardinals, Steve.
CJ gets sacked for a 9-yard
I'm
loss.
sick even hearing this again. I don't need to hear.
It's absurd. The fucking Cardinals are fucking terrible. They can't do anything right, and we fucking lost to them.
Hold on.
We dominated every single fucking stat in this fucking game, including turnovers, and we can't fucking beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Except the only stat that matters.
What a fucking joke.
The score.
QB sneak on the goal line, guaranteed, right? And then there was the drop 2-point conversion by Kittle, who I expect to make that catch. And here is a stat for you. I mean, we all see 349 passing yards.
No, we don't.
Okay. 123 of those yards were on passes completed behind the line of scrimmage.
That's cool.
That's yards after catch.
I looked at C.J. Beathard's passing map. You know, the next-gen stats where they show you all the dots of where he completed passes. 2 balls completed passes over 10 yards. 2 on 54 dropbacks.
What's crazy is he's got the accuracy. He can throw that ball.
We've
seen him throw it.
We've
and
seen
it
him
gets
throw
dropped
it. This was
or
a stinker. This was the worst game I've seen C.J. Beathard play in his pro career, by far. Worse than anything he put out last year.
Yep.
I don't know that he played that terribly.
Oh, he played pretty bad.
He played pretty bad. And look at, like I said, the yardage, 349. 123 of those yards were behind the line of scrimmage. Never mind beyond 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage that were all yards after catch.
34 or 54.
But
that's
Steve,
pretty
that
brutal.
number doesn't. You saying that to me? Who cares? They're fucking completed passes for fucking yards. 123 of them. That's positive yards. You're the guy that's always. You find positive in this fucking shit show, and you're being critical of 123 positive yards. I find that odd.
No, I mean that's great, but CJ did not really have your typical
that's
350-yard passing game that you see.
It's a positive for the offense.
Yeah.
It's a positive because your receivers can take a ball from behind the line of scrimmage and get yards on it.
Yes.
But it's not a positive.
When
for
you
the
see Aaron Rodgers
That's a
throw for
shovel
350, that's not his typical 350.
Yeah.
There is going to be no. You better enjoy that as it comes, Steve, because that's about as good as it's going to get for you this year. Losing to the Cardinals.
How is that as good as it's going to get?
He didn't even pick a loss this week.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Steve took a L this week.
How is that as good as it's going to get? Losing to the Cardinals, this is a game I expected to win.
No, it's not going to get.
It was a winnable game.
That's by far the worst. That better be the bottom.
That was the worst Shanahan
That
game
better
I've
be
ever
rock
seen.
bottom.
I mean,
it's
in
not.
the Shanahan era.
I mean, you think you're gonna get fucking blown out of the water this week if you
I disagree with that. The Packers look like dog shit.
Yeah, they don't look great.
They were getting fucking blown out by the fucking Lions.
Yeah.
Who we almost beat. Or we did beat.
Their field goal kicker missed 5 field goals and an extra point.
And he's a decent field goal kicker. Like
Yeah.
they're in trouble.
Yeah, historically, he's a decent field goal kicker.
They're in trouble.
I couldn't decide.
What better week for them to get back on track?
they got to be stoked.
I mean, I'm done with the offense. If you guys are, that was fucking terrible.
Hey, Steve,
absolutely terrible.
This is your baby.
And it looks so good so early. Breida's got 56 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah,
like we're gonna rout them.
Yeah.
How do you dominate every single fucking stat and just keep giving them the? Even like in the second half, I'm like, okay, if we just stop turning the ball over, we'll win this game.
Right? Yeah.
We don't even need to get a turnover. They did nothing.
What were our red zone numbers?
Look at their offensive numbers if you want to laugh. Our red zone was actually better than it's ever been. It was the best of the year.
Really?
Yeah. Look at their fucking offensive numbers if you want to laugh.
That's where I'm coming up on our defense, and I couldn't decide whether our defense had a great week or if the Arizona offense was just pitiful.
Oh, they're terrible.
And I'm leaning towards the Arizona offense just being
But that's
pitiful.
fine. The defense gets a win on that because
Of course.
if they play a great offense, we don't give them a bye.
It was a really uneventful day for the defense, all things considered. I mean, I have 3 things written down for the whole game on a defense that only allowed 10 first downs, only 1 sack, and 4 quarterback hits. You got Buckner, Thomas, Armstead. What the fuck, man? 0 turnovers. Not a single one on a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, that was, you know, what the fuck? That's a rookie. You got to fucking welcome him to the NFL the hard way.
Either sack him or turnovers or something.
Insult his
literally
mother.
Just kept going 3 and out, and I kept going, all right.
Yes.
All right. And then we would just give him the ball back.
Yeah.
You got to insult his mother, call his father a fucking queer, whatever you got to do.
The first play of the game, I'm sure we all know, Colbert makes an undisciplined decision to cover the under
Oh,
route,
yeah.
leaving
great.
Christian Kirk wide open, running free away from Witherspoon, who was expecting safety help.
I knew right then it was a wrap for us in my heart.
The goal line defense gives up another rushing TD as they clogged up the middle, letting David Johnson jump cut his way to the outside. And I will say, Colbert, he gave up that. He made a garbage read, but I mean his effort on trying to keep David Johnson out of the end zone was A+. He at the collision point, him versus David Johnson, they both stopped at the collision point. So I don't know. That was impressive to me. And the bullshit roughing the passer call on K'Wan Williams.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
That's really all I have for a very uneventful day for the defense that pretty much just let Josh Rosen to throw incomplete.
There weren't even enough.
Yeah,
Like,
he was terrible.
He
as
was
a quarter.
awful.
He was really bad.
like every week when I put together the stats for Defensive Beast of the Week, the top tackles on defense is always in the 8, 9, 10, 11,
Low
12
double
range.
digits, yeah.
There was nobody to
4.
tackle.
4, because there weren't enough plays.
Yeah.
There were no plays on defense.
Yeah.
Fred Warner played every down on defense.
Nobody-
51 plays.
Nobody gets a tackle on an incomplete pass.
51 plays on defense. Compared to 98 on offense.
Well, at the very least, they got a rest, right?
In other news, I wore a Colin Kaepernick jersey to a Christopher Columbus parade. I rode on a float. That was fun.
The botched extra point attempt, a bobbled hold by Pinion.
What a surprise. He's probably thinking about all the boys in the stadium.
That to me, I didn't even care because it's 1 point. Like, it's all the other shit. What I did like about it is that when the first guy from the Cardinals got through, Robbie just shoved him out of the way. Like, to keep the play alive. You know, who knows what's going to happen. But Robbie Gould puts 2 hands on his chest and just shoves the defender. Like, get out of the way, asshole. You're a kicker.
Yeah, this to me was like, that was a hard watch the first time, and it was even harder the second time.
That is okay, so when we lose, it sucks. It sucks to watch a loss. It ruins my day. It ruins my Sunday. If they're the early game when we lose, I don't watch any football. I'm done. I don't even want to watch the fucking 8 o'clock game. I don't care who it is. It just ruins my Sunday.
Yep.
But
So you haven't watched any football in a while.
luckily we've been the afternoon game.
Right.
This by far is the most disappointing Kyle Shanahan game
Yeah.
that I've watched.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Without a doubt. And I don't think he's any less disappointed than I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just as frustrated and disappointed as anyone.
Yeah.
I hope so, because I don't see things getting better, especially with these injuries.
Well,
It's not-
I've seen.
Well, let's be fair. 75% of the teams in the NFL lose their starting running back and their starting quarterback. Their season's over immediately. I mean, let's be fucking fair. What team loses their starting quarterback and their starting running back and does anything with their season?
Well, I don't know. The Eagles.
That's one. There's 32 teams.
I know.
Who
know.
else, Joe?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I
Yeah,
understand.
it's a joke.
I'm not
I mean,
making that argument. I'm just saying it.
The fact that we even thought that we had a chance to win a game after that says
Well,
something.
I mean, regardless, I would think that C.J. Beathard could beat Josh Rosen in a game. I would expect that under any circumstances.
I
Like
wouldn't
I
say
said,
under
this
any
was-
circumstances.
This
I mean,
was by far CJ's worst tape I've ever seen that I've
for
ever
sure.
watched. And
and he's a backup.
And you said starting quarterback, starting running back. Why stop there? I mean, we all had Marquise Goodwin pegged as our slam dunk number one wide receiver, number one weapon in this
and if
offense.
not, he's number 2.
If
Clearly,
at least number
worst.
2.
Yeah.
So Pierre Garçon's clearly an
and the
old
number
man.
2 running back is gone after the first quarter.
Yeah, Garçon looked better last year than he did this year, by far. I saw a stat.
Terrible.
I think it was before the Browns won their game this year, when they were still like on that streak of not winning ever. It was Pierre Garçon had gone longer without catching a touchdown pass than the Browns had won a game. Like, he was on the same streak as the Browns went in. It continues. He still doesn't have a touchdown.
And now the Browns have a better record than the 49ers.
Great.
Yeah.
Told you there was more hope in Cleveland than San Francisco.
No, I'm just fine here with Garoppolo and Shanahan.
Yeah,
good.
but yeah, Garoppolo not. Yeah, okay.
I would rather Garoppolo with a torn
I would
ACL
rather go through
than the
a
fucking
season
Cleveland
of
Browns.
shit and then look forward to Garoppolo
This
the
is
next year.
Keep in mind, this is 2 seasons of shit now.
Well,
Just keep that in mind.
yeah, but it's a process in building your team.
Oh god. Oh god.
I don't know why you think you're gonna.
I
explain
don't.
it. Like, you think you're
There's
gonna be
no
like,
other
yeah,
way.
but what about this? And one day he's gonna go, yeah, you're right.
There's no
next
other
year.
way.
This is fucking us.
There's
this is
no way.
totally.
It pains
us.
me to hear this fucking
No.
just blind.
People just
I
need to
mean-
get fired all the time.
I mean, watching football is fun,
Oh, it's not.
but it's way more entertaining when you have some action on the game. Maybe that's how you get interested the rest of the year, Joe.
Yeah,
Put some money on these games.
Taking the fucking other team. I mean,
Hey, do what you got to do. Take the points. We're got to be getting points now. I mean, we got to be getting points this week. How many points are we getting against Green Bay?
You've heard us
100?
talking about this for weeks.
probably 100.
And some of you are still on the fucking sidelines.
The Niners are getting 100 points this
Yeah.
week. You
Get
have
off-
to take them.
Get off the sidelines, Josh Garnett.
Whether you're an expert like Jimmy Garoppolo or a rookie like CJ Beathard.
Garoppolo's no expert either. Fuck out of here.
No, he still needs to develop. You should be betting at my bookie.
He's working out now.
Anyone?
I don't know where we are.
If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot, or not bet at all, like playing the numbers on roulette, you can create a big parlay. You know what a parlay is, Joe?
That's when you pick 3 teams to win. If you hit all 3, you could turn 100 into 600. There's so much to bet on. Baseball, playoff, hockey, sperm counts of fighters, and so much more. But my bookie is the one bet I know you'll be happy with all year. I recommend these guys because I really trust them. They actually babysitting my cats when I go away. My bookie has been in business for years. They've got great online reviews, and their mobile site is easy to use.
If you're on the sidelines like Josh Garnett, now's the time to get in the game like Mike Persons. My bookie will still match your first deposit dollar for dollar, but you gotta join now, right now. Pause your podcast, go on the easy-to-use MyBookie app, and sign up right now.
Trust me.
Because
now,
Get your money right in.
They might pull that offer by the time we're done talking about it.
They're pulling offers. They're doing all sorts of sketchy shit, so get it in now.
Log on to MyBookie right now and double your money. Use promo code GOLDBLOOD and you'll get your first deposit matched 100%. That's promo code GOLDBLOOD. And I'm not entirely sure if Goldblood 25 gets you the 25 after 7 p.m., but it's worth
Give
a
it a shot.
Why not? What do you got to lose? You play.
You win.
You get paid.
Okay. Well, we covered offense, we covered defense, we covered special teams. A lot faster than most weeks.
Yeah.
Defensive beast of the week.
Oh, you fucked up. He was supposed to sing.
Oh,
I
I
wanted to
wasn't
make him.
singing. No.
I know, but I wanted his reaction of
I know,
not
God
singing.
damn it.
I wasn't not singing. Yeah, no. Yeah, there's some people that played the game today, and now we're going to talk about that. And then Steve is going to address the fan base on why we should still be optimistic. Tell them.
What am I picking my beast of the week, or am I telling the fan base why they should
No,
still be optimistic?
That's after you pick your offensive beast of
I'm
the week.
optimistic.
That's after.
Yeah.
Okay. My offensive beast of the week is Kyle Juszczyk. That's my answer.
I'm going to go with Matt Brady because he blew his knee out trying.
Or his ankle.
Whatever. His leg.
I got to go with Kittle. I think he's solid. I think this was just a middle-of-the-road game.
5
Still
for
got
83. Okay. Defense.
I'm going with Malcolm Smith because I noticed him.
This was easy for me. Cassius Marshall's all over the place.
He had a good game.
Like,
He did. I was like, who is this?
it's easier to pick out because of that weird cross eye makeup he's got going
Well,
on.
and
the tattoos.
the
and
white
he's
guy
a white
with the
guy.
tattoos. Yeah, for sure.
And the
So he's a little
Tekken
easier
4
to-
moves.
Yeah, but I'm into it.
Defensive
It's
beast
weird.
of the week.
'Cause usually we're not into those types.
Yeah.
Until he
I
gives
like him.
up another
he probably
reception.
listens to really shitty new metal.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He loves like corn.
yeah, for sure.
I'm saying it now. Until he gives up another reception, my defensive beast of the week going forward, unless he gets hurt, is Richard Sherman.
Do you know? Do you watch? You don't watch all the pressers. Do you watch any of them?
No, I just hear quotes. And
He talks every
hear
week.
clips.
Every Thursday, when Robert Saleh has his press conference,
Mm-hmm.
Richard Sherman talks to the media every single Thursday, like a captain of the defense, like he's in charge. It's pretty cool. He answers some of the questions. He
He gives a good presser.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm glad he's not with those fucking idiots in Seattle anymore.
You think he's having second thoughts?
No, because that team sucks balls too, and they have no future. They have absolutely no future. They have fucking Pete Carroll.
All right, Steve. So tell the people why they should be optimistic.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
An unproven. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. He's an unproven quarterback still.
But you asked why we should be optimistic.
Okay.
And he said Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a reason to be optimistic.
I guess. I mean, I can't.
Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think 99.9% of all football fans would say that's a reason to be optimistic.
I mean, think about it this way. I heard on another podcast people talking this week, and there was like, if you needed to win the Super Bowl this year, do you take Aaron Rodgers or do you take Drew Brees? And then somebody countered that question like, okay, well, if you give me Drew Brees, do I also get Sean Payton? Because that changes my answer, aside from if you give me Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. I'm taking Drew Brees and Sean Payton over Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, even though Aaron Rodgers might be a little bit better of a quarterback. It's the same thing goes for me as far as Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan. That, to me, is going to be a pairing to be reckoned with over the next 10 years in this league. That's how I feel.
I hope so.
Jimmy Garoppolo with another offensive coordinator might not be as good, but I've seen enough from him, and he was the best quarterback in the league for the month. Not top 5, not top 10 quarterback last December. He was the best quarterback in the league last year in the last 5 games, bar none.
In the first 3 games of this year, he was not good.
He was average,
Okay.
and I think that this offense needed to get going, and I think they started to get going at the end of that Kansas City game, because I remember saying, even if they don't win this game, this half that we're having against Kansas City is going to get them into a rhythm, and of course Garoppolo down for the season. Blame game? This one's easy on me. This one's on Beat Hard, and he was just awful, spitting inaccuracy all game long, and he completed a lot of screen passes for a lot of yards.
All right, this one's got layers. You go first, Joe.
Shanahan.
Does Chris play blame? That's fair. Chris play blame game?
No.
Okay.
I'm going Shanahan.
This one's got layers for me.
Because it's on fucking him.
So the fans of the podcast have reached out to me via DM,
Oh, boy.
and this has layers to me. To me, if Jimmy G is under center during this game, we win this game.
100%, no doubt.
And the reason that Jimmy G is not under center is because someone has a jersey curse and refuses to stop buying jerseys.
I don't believe in that bullshit, so I don't
So-
give a fuck.
Please.
I won't even entertain it.
And this comes from viewers
Well,
reaching out to me via DM.
If we go back to 2013...
The fans want to know when you'll stop buying jerseys so that we can win games.
I got another layer for
When
you.
I get a package of drugs in the mail.
Go back to 2013 when we lost to the Seahawks. I got blamed for switching up my jersey-wearing routine that week. I was wearing Frank Gore all through the playoffs. We were winning. We got to the Seattle game. I switched it up, went to Kaepernick. We lost. Joe blamed me for that loss, for switching up my jersey routine.
Colin Kaepernick is out
So
of the
don't
league.
you dare tell me you don't believe in any of that stuff.
No, Steve, I was probably just I also will take any chance I can to break your balls.
Okay.
So with that, I mean, you got to
Just-
give me that.
I know.
Just
I've been
please,
consistent with that.
Don't get a Pettis jersey. Don't get a
Well, he's
Kittle.
already hurt.
Yeah. We don't need any more. No Kittle
Once
jerseys.
Pettis jerseys are... No, I would never get a
No
Kittle jersey.
Matt Breida jerseys.
Once Pettis jerseys are available, I'm ordering them.
Oh, God.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about you people. Or, clearly, they're going to get hurt anyway, whether I get their jersey or not. I only got one jersey. The whole fucking team is hurt, okay? So you know what? Suck my dick. You want it? DM me, you fucking cunts, you faceless cunts. I ain't hard to find.
They don't even know that you also got a McKinnon jersey.
That's right.
That was a secret.
I put baby in that one.
So, before the game, I think it was Saturday, I was texting you guys about the injuries. And I basically, you guys already know everything I'm going to say. Football Outsiders does every season a thing called adjusted games lost, and it accounts for how many starters don't play during a season for a team, or how many starters play injured. I don't really know how they come up with it, but all I know is that they account for everything that goes on with every single team, and they rank teams by basically most injured to least injured, and obviously your quarterback being down for the season is going to account for way more than if you lose your starting fullback or your long snapper or whatever. I don't really know the exact algorithm, so I can't really go there. All I can do is tell you the rankings and where we finished in the last 5 years. So starting in 2013, we were the 23rd. So First is least injured. 32nd is most injured. 2013, we're 23rd, so we're bottom 10. 2014, 28th, so we're bottom 5. 2015, 27th. 2016, 24th. 2017, 23rd. Now that is 5 years straight. We've been a top 10 most injured team in the league. Go back to 2011, 2012, the first 2 Harbaugh years. We were the top 10 least injured team in the league, and I don't know what's to that. I don't know who's to blame, but all I'm gonna say is that it's worth bringing up that we have dealt with fucking injuries like we've had injuries with the fucking best of them over the last 5-6 years. That's all I can say.
Do you think they should change something, Steve?
I don't know. Don't have an opinion on that matter.
Well, what the fuck? You ask me, you hold me, you say, well, what should they do about these problems? Well, I'm asking you, what should they do about this problem? It's clearly a problem.
Injuries are weird and
well,
random.
The thing is, I'm not part of an NFL team, so I don't know what other teams do versus what this team does. I don't know any of that stuff. I know that in the past, Kyle Shanahan teams have not had that issue. Like, it's not like he had that same problem in Atlanta or in Cleveland or in all these other places. So I don't know what the difference is. It could be something there, but I don't know. I can't speak for that. And it also could just be bad luck.
I don't know why it's so hard for fans to just admit that we've had bad luck.
We've had weeks. We've all had weeks where it just seems like every single thing goes wrong, and it's like, I didn't do anything different. I did the same thing yesterday I did today, and everything just went wrong today.
Yeah, my 30s.
So, but who? I don't know. It could also be something Shanahan's doing different, or something Lynch is doing. I don't know. I just don't know enough. I'm not there.
It's so weird too, because like they're in like where they're located in the country, it's like cutting edge technology for everything and anything. Like the best of the best hospitals with Stanford right there and all that stuff. And I don't know. You would expect a team with all that technology and shit around them and all this futuristic like medical staff.
They're bringing Dr. Duncan.
I don't know. It's bad. We've been so unlucky for the past 5 or 6 years, and I don't even know if I can call it luck or unlucky. I don't know if it has to do with the nature of your roster. If we were competing for Super Bowls, are there certain players that would have played through injuries had we not already been 1 in 10 at the time? I have no answers, but all I do have to say is that we've been one of the 10 most injured teams in the league over the past 5 years, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I don't have anything else besides that.
Fair enough.
Well, fuck life. I don't know. It's on. We're on to hard drugs. You know, you didn't think we'd be doing hard drugs this early in the season, but here we are. You know, we're all raiding our parents' medicine cabinets on Sundays now.
I got nothing else. You want to fill some time here with an email or?
Well, let me take you. You do the particulars, and I'll check the emails.
Okay. So, if you want to email us, you can email us goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. You could check out the Instagram page run by Michael Curran, Gold Blood Podcast, one word. He also has a Twitter that he checks in on occasionally if you want to check us out there, at Gold Blooded Pod. You could donate to us on Patreon.com if you appreciate our work, Patreon.com/Gold Blooded Podcast, one word. And a review. I think we actually have another one. iTunes review. Either 5 stars, or if you want to leave 1 star, at least make it funny.
There's another new one?
I think so, yeah.
I'll get that.
And that is that.
All right, well, I'm going to get the review then. Because
Okay.
I like doing reviews. That tickles my pickle when we get to read reviews. Oh, you're right, Steven. It's going to take me a second to cycle through the thousands of them.
It does take a while getting down there, though,
It
right?
does, right? Oh, is it fucking for real? Had you read this one?
I don't. Maybe another one since then.
No. Okay. The Old Shaffy is the author. Dweebs is the title. 5 stars, and it says a very neat podcast. Well,
Out of all the adjectives
yeah.
to describe this
Yeah,
podcast,
neat is not what I would come to, the first that comes to mind. But hey, thanks for the kind words there, Old Shaffy. Nick Duffy posed an interesting question. How do I get there? Where is there, you ask? Well, let's find out. Matterson, you fucking bizarre alien. I want whatever the fuck it is that you take. I take a fucking shit ton of everything, and I still can't get as fucked up as you. I mean, I almost die on a regular basis, but I can't achieve this level of fucked upness. Yeah, I mean, I'll give that a shot one night at least. Anybody? What else? Want to just fucking wrap this thing right here?
I think so.
Fuck this thing. Fuck you people. Goodbye.